Hello everyone, and welcome back to Coronavirus Corner. They're saying in France that someone had COVID-19 months ago, but they didn't realise until they looked at his swabs this week. Mandy was telling me yesterday she thought she had it in January. She was just saying, "I've never had a chest like it," when the vicar rode past and fell off his bike again. Mandy shouted, "Have you thought of using stabilisers?" And then we realised he'd hurt his ankle and we felt terrible. Anyway, he sat on my wall for a few minutes until he felt better. He was telling me about a clergy Zoom meeting. The bishop disappeared off screen and someone said, "Thank goodness he's waffling on a bit." Then this sepulchral voice boomed out, "I can still hear you, Anthony. Forget waffles. You're toast." And no one knew if he was joking or not. Apparently Anthony is very worried because he's just asked for a sabbatical and he doesn't think he'll get one now. The vicar says he's going to use that story in one of his sermons to remind people that God is always with us. I told him I thought it might put people off, like when he preached on the second coming. Maureen stopped going to church for a bit because she was worried that Jesus might come back while she was on the loo and everyone would see her without her knickers as she rose to meet him in the air. The vicar said he hadn't realised, although he had been alerted to her literal take on faith, that time she led the prayers and asked for Satan to be converted. "Well, Vicar," she said afterwards, "we're meant to pray for our enemies, aren't we? And it'd solve everything if Satan became a Christian, wouldn't it?" We were in the Fox and Ducks later on having lunch and the vicar came in, caught my eye, put his finger to his lips, ordered 2 pints and drank them straight down. She can have that effect, can Maureen. But Eric's still smitten, so that's all right. Of course, it was the second drink that did for the vicar at Nando's that time. If his breath hadn't smelt of alcohol, I don't think the police would have bothered arresting him. Someone had a very strong perfume on and it made the vicar's eyes water. He sneezed and blew his contact lens out, got up from the table and realised he could hardly see. It was his first time there and he didn't know where the loos were, so he followed a man to the tents, not realising it was actually a young woman with an Eton crop and a tuxedo. It was just bad luck that he dropped his second lens and it rolled over to the cubicles. It didn't look good when the manager arrived to a woman screaming blue murder and the vicar lying in agony on the floor with a pulled muscle in his back and his head practically in the cubicle. Anyway, they did believe him in the end, thank goodness. I think it's put him off chicken. Today's sensible tip is, try and see the funny side of things. I know it's hard if you're married. But we are funny, you know. None of us ever expected our lives would revolve around loo rolls, Zoom and self-raising flour. You take care, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.